Welcome to the stream if you've joined already. Thank you for joining. I'm just setting everything up. I'm going to get my screen on now. And I just need to throw it into the Discord server and then we'll be ready to rock. Right, there we go. So, how are we all doing? Let me know in the chat who we've got in so far. Let me sort that out. Brandon says, my first time on here with you. Well, welcome, Brandon. Thank you very much for joining. If it's your first time, mate, drop a like and drop a subscribe as well. Make sure you click that subscribe button, mate. Thank you for joining. You're from Tennessee. Oh, wow, you're all the way across the pond. Well, Brandon, it's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to welcome you. Welcome to the Stonksy channel. And yeah, please do subscribe. It's great to welcome you back. I actually have, Brandon, just put, and this is for everyone else that is on here. Let me go back and I'll just show you. I've just put out a video on YouTube as well a couple hours ago. So obviously, everyone that joins, make sure you come and watch my latest video as well after the stream. Of course, don't go anywhere now, but I did put out a video an hour ago, so do go and watch that video. Please do make sure and try and watch it till the end as well. If you can watch the video till the end, I would appreciate it, and drop a like on it. But yeah, I am trying to do the videos more short and concise now. As you can see, this one's only 6 minutes, so it's not long. Please do, you know, watch the full length video if you can. I would really appreciate it, and drop a comment on it. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you enjoy that style. But I've been really working on the video content. So yeah, those of you that are watching, please do, after the stream, go watch the video, watch it through to the end if you can. And yeah, drop a comment, let me know how you found it. But yeah, welcome to Brandon from Tennessee. It's great to have you here, mate. And we've also got Short Video Guru, says, don't sleep on plug again, mate. Second chance. Happy New Year. Also, mate, have you not been in so far in January? Have you not been in so far in January? I find that hard to believe. But yeah, thank you, mate. And we'll have a look at Plug. We'll have a look at Plug on stream. Nick, how we doing? Great to see you. I will, before Nick tells me off. I always beat you now, Nick, don't I? You haven't had to tell me for a while. Let me get the poll out. So the poll will be going into the chat now. Boom. So poll for US Opens out there. But yeah, if you have just joined, yeah, please do head over to the channel, watch the video after the stream. It would really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get obviously over onto the Bitcoin chart and see what's going on there. And let me first and foremost, let me turn Stonksy on. Bang. And yeah, let's get that nice and zoomed out so we can see the full Bitcoin chart. Been in Thailand since before Christmas, back now. Yeah, nice, mate. So you're back to the grind. You're back grinding. Back on the grind. Love it, mate. But yeah, welcome. Let me know who else we've got in to the stream. Let me know. Throw some comments in, whoever you are, wherever you are. And yeah, I mean, as for Bitcoin, we don't really have much movement, have we, since Wednesday? Obviously, on Wednesday's stream that we done with Wiz, we was basically in and around the same price action. We was here, wasn't we? Yeah. You know, we was here. So we're at the same place. Miserable over both weather-wise and politically over here. Oh. But yeah, Bitcoin in the same place. Not really got much change at all on Bitcoin. So yeah, nothing really to go off from that. Anything else? I mean, Sol, again, kind of same place. What we can do is obviously look at the key high time frame on Sol, because that's really obviously where it's key. Now, do have something to cover on Sol, which is a pattern forming on Sol, which hopefully we don't get an invalidation of. I hope. So on Sol, if you actually go to the daily, you can draw a nice inverse head and shoulders pattern here. Now, we are, of course, at that bottom shoulder line, aren't we? We're at that bottom shoulder of, well, I suppose because it's inverse, it would technically be the top of the shoulder here because there's the head, but you know what I mean? We're at that right shoulder point. Now, what we want is obviously something like this to happen. Now, I did cover this in the video as well. So, yeah, I really want you guys to watch that video. And please, if you can, watch the full length through. It'd be brilliant if you could. And, yeah, so this is the inverse head and shoulders pattern I'm seeing on Sol. Let me just turn Stonksy off for a second so you can see it a bit better. So there it is. So, you know, we've definitely had a left shoulder form, definitely had the head shoulder form, and now we are working on the right shoulder because we came in and tested SR. You know, if you look across here, just throw that on there. There's your SR on Sol on the daily for the time it's been in this consolidation since mid-November. So there is your, you know, your inverse head and shoulders, and obviously here would be the confirmation of a breakout, you know, breaking that neckline and then starting to expand towards 170. So that's what we're looking at on Sol. We need to hold support, you know, that just goes without saying, regardless of the head and shoulders pattern too. We need to hold support here because that's obviously what separates here and here. If we go back to the other Sol chart that I had up here. So obviously here's the SR. You know, you can see it back in November. We used it as support, and then we dropped back down and then it became resistance all along there. Resistance all along here. We then regained it, and so we're testing support again. So, you know, whichever way you're looking at it, whether you're looking at it head and shoulders pattern or whether you're looking at it as just a standard range like it's in, and then, you know, utilizing just simple SR lines, we need to hold the region that we're in, and we don't want to fall below, because as soon as we fall below, obviously we re-enter the point of this being resistance. Is XRP exit liquidity for people that work with Ripple? We have stable coins. What do we need XRP for? Yeah, XRP is a really, really weird one, isn't it? Because it's a bit of a strange one, because it is, you know, a lot different to anything else in crypto, where it is actually, you know, a banker's coin. It is a banker's coin. Now, in terms of what you need XRP for, yeah, it's well, it behaves basically like any other one, doesn't it? You know, when you have a blockchain and you have a coin of that blockchain, typically the coin is used as gas and obviously used to facilitate the network. So, you know, for instance, ETH, why do you need ETH? You need ETH to pay gas. What else do you need ETH for if not to pay gas? Nothing really. You can stake it. Obviously, you can do a few things with it, but the nature of a native coin is to facilitate that network. Now, you raise a good point, Brandon, and you can apply that. You could apply this technically to anything, couldn't you? You could say, why do you actually need a coin for anything? You could. That's the first time I said that out loud. That's fine. It's a safe space, mate. It's a safe space. You could apply that to anything, couldn't you? You know, you could say, why do you need any native coin when, you know, you could just say, oh, we'll just use USDC as the gas or whatever. It gives it one, I think, obviously, it generates that community, doesn't it? It generates that community feel. I don't think, for instance, if a blockchain come out now and it used USDC as gas, I don't think you're going to get that hype and you're going to get that excitement about it, because it doesn't really build anything. The excitement builds from people buying things in the belief that that thing is going to generate a lot more hype, a lot more belief, and a lot more of people buying it to then obviously drive the price up, which creates good times. If you use a stable coin, you can't increase the value of that at all, can you? You could maybe have it where obviously you maybe generate some yield, or you generate a kickback or whatever for maybe being like a validator or something, but you can't really do it with like that. So yeah, we have obviously XRP. Yeah, it's a lot different to anything else, but also it's the same, because, you know, you could apply that to anything else, couldn't you? You could apply that to any other blockchain. So yeah, I think, well, the thing for XRP is a huge amount of the supply is obviously held by those who created it and those who run it. So I think that's obviously probably what you're pointing at, isn't it? In terms of it being exit liquidity, I don't know, because if you held XRP You know, say if you held XRP and you was an XRP holder, you have had a huge amount of time to sell this thing, haven't you? You know, we're basically, we're back at the very tail end of it. But for, like 1 year and 3 months now, 1 year and 2 months, over a year, you've had the option to sell XRP above $2 if you wanted to, haven't you? If you look at this chart, you've had a massive amount of time to sell this if you wanted to. You could have sold it on the way up. So say, for instance, say you was one of these people that was buying XRP in the belief that one day it will get a good pump. Your average entry could be 35 cents. If you're lucky enough to buy it all the way towards the bottom, your average entry could be 40 cents, 45 cents, maybe even 50 cents. But on the way up, you had a chance to sell it for 2x there, 3x, 4x, 5x. And obviously this is going with the 50-cent figure. Obviously, if it's lower, then more. Obviously, holding it up to here, potentially more, and then towards there. So there has been a massive amount of time for people to sell XRP if they wanted to. So I wouldn't really say it's exit liquidity, because I suppose you have got people buying it as well, naturally. You will have people buying it up here because, the price has been supported up here, hasn't it, for over a year. But for anyone that's, been a long-term holder for XRP, they have had more than enough free will to be able to sell this thing at a good gain, for potentially someone that, had an average entry down here while it was down here for 2 years. So that's what I would say about that. Supposed to be internet of value. Now we're getting clarity on stable coins. That's your internet of value. I sold at 284, bought at 150. Yes, there you go. So you made nearly a 2x, and nearly a 2x is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Good gains. Well done, mate. Well done. Congrats. Yeah, I think it will always have its place, XRP. I think it will always have its place. I don't think, obviously, they would ever let it die. And I think, I think it definitely differs, because it's definitely tailored more towards institutions and big money, isn't it, than anything else. But it will always have its cult-like following. It will always have, the XRP army, the strong believers, stuff like that. So I can't see it ever going anywhere. But yeah, as to what you think of it, then you could definitely draw up a couple of different theories and scenarios and beliefs on it. Yeah, that's what we're up to with XRP. Do make sure you drop a like on the stream if you haven't. I should be looking better today because I've got a new light. And it is fantastic. So you can see that new light on this video as well. Honestly, this video is brilliant. I really, really put loads of effort into this video, and I enjoyed making it and editing it. So yeah, if you do get time, please go check it out. Just wanted an opinion, appreciated. Oh, well, thank you, mate. First stream in for Brandon, by the way, everyone. Brandon's first stream, and he's already jumping in with plenty of conversation and talking points. So we love that. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. We do have US Open coming at us in 40 minutes. And the poll is currently winning with 57%. So if you haven't voted on the poll's in the chat for you to go and vote on. Do you think we're going to go up or down on US Open? As for anything else, crypto-wise, we are just hanging around, aren't we? We're not really doing anything past couple of days. We've not really had much movement because we are just waiting to see what Bitcoin will do next. Personally, what do I think? I think Bitcoin over the weekend, probably towards Sunday, if it doesn't happen today, if we don't get a strong open and a strong rally this afternoon, I think probably we'll go after the upside liquidity over the weekend, is my belief. That may take us just up towards here and just clear out these highs, or we may even come for here. That's what I think. It's not financial advice, of course. It's just my my little weekend prediction. Alternatively, we could go to the downside, couldn't we? We could go from here. Now, depending on what happens with Bitcoin next, we could see a lot of chop. So if Bitcoin isn't ready to go down or go up and test SR, and what I mean by that is this box or this box, because obviously that's the range low towards the bottom, that's the range high towards the top. They are our 2 points of interest now. They're the two magnets for price eventually. Eventually, we're chopping low time frame, aren't we? Just chopping around between 88 and 90k. But eventually Bitcoin will be dragged towards one of these regions, because it will just naturally be drawn towards testing support or testing demand. So in the meantime, we look for liquidity. We look for where could Bitcoin either go for a liquidity sweep Or, of course, if we come for that sweep and then carry on, then obviously we've got continuation to one side or another. So the two levels I'll be watching over the weekend to the upside is this one here. So let me draw these a bit better for you guys. So maybe, we can all follow it along over the weekend, see what happens. This is obviously in the scenario that we actually get some volatility and volume over the weekend. We might not do. We may just get another dead weekend. But if we do, we normally see it on a Sunday, don't we? We normally get a Sunday move if we're going to get anything over the weekend. So I'll be watching these two levels to the upside for a sweep and then potentially then drop back down going into the new week. And then to the downside, I'll be watching here. And I'll be watching, let me get it there. So they're my two levels to the upside, two levels to the downside for the weekend. That's what I'll be watching, and obviously looking for liquidity sweep on both or one. We may just do the first one. But I think if we are going to get volume and volatility this weekend, then liquidity sweeps are probably going to be where it's at. I don't think we're going to get, at the start of a breakdown move or a breakup move into the weekend. Typically, we don't see that, do we, on Bitcoin? We normally just see liquidity sweep into the new week, reverse it, and then we go from there. So that's what I'll be watching for. If we don't get them today, this downside level isn't really far away at all. We could get that today, couldn't we? Same for the upside. It's not too much of a stretch. So that's definitely what I'll be watching out for over the weekend and seeing if it acts as a sweep, and then we can go from there. But yeah, they're my thoughts. And ultimately, we just need to wait for an actual test of support or support or resistance, don't we? Hello, Jeff. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. Thanks for jumping in. Great to see you, Jeff, my man. Jeff, we've got a fellow American in the chat for you, which is Brandon. You'll see him in the chat. Brandon from Tennessee. First time on the stream. Yeah, so Brandon, so Stella in the chat is actually called Jeff. He's just got a username from someone else. It's a different name. Stella is actually called Jeff. But yeah, Jeff is out in the US, same as you, mate. He is in Missouri. No, how do you guys say it? Missouri, innit? Missouri. Yeah, I think that's right. But yeah, Brandon is out in Tennessee as well. So I don't actually know if you guys are close together or not. I haven't got a clue. I don't know. Let's go and see, shall we? Let's go see. I'm interested now. I'm interested to see. Actually, I don't think I can pull that up without going off. Let's have a look at Chippy first. So Chippy, 1.6 mil. Hanging around, good. Right on, right next door. Oh, next state across, is it? Well, there we go. There we go, fellas. There we go. Connected through the Stonksy community. Now, Brandon, because you're new, mate, I do have something for you. So the Stonksy Stonksy has a free Discord. It used to be locked only for users, but we've opened the Discord up. Now, you don't get access to the indicator and you don't get access to the oscillator. But what you can do is come and join the Discord for free and just engage with the Stonksy Discord. And your state neighbor over there, Jeff, is in the Discord. So I'll put it in the chat now, mate. Do come and join. Come and join the Discord. It'd be great to have you in there. There we go. So yeah, I'll pin it in the chat as well, mate. I'll pin it in the chat. So yeah, come and join the Discord. It'd be great to have you in there, mate. And yeah, we can get chatting. So yeah, it'd be great to have you in here. But Chippy itself, yeah, Chippy up 2x since the start of the year. So not bad performance at all on the Chipster. And it's just hanging around the 1.6 mil level. We are about to get pounded by a huge storm. Oh, really? Is that so? Is that so? A storm or a tornado or a hurricane or what? Or do you not know yet? Do you not know yet? Well, mate, I wish you all the safety, and I hope that your house stays fully intact. So yeah, hopefully, mate, you will be all good. Winter storm. Yeah, I hope you'll be all good, mate, and yeah, hopefully everything is all good and you stay safe, and you know all your belongings and that all stay intact as well. Now we've got US Open coming at us in half an hour now, actually, so it's coming up quite quick. US Open. But in terms of Bitcoin, so we looked at Bitcoin, we looked at Solana. Let's have a look to see where ETH is. So on a daily, we're testing support on ETH. So ETH built its range a lot different to Sol and a lot different to Bitcoin in the way it's built its range since November. ETH went for kind of the higher highs route rather than kind of solid, you know, slamming against a support zone. You could definitely draw support there, and it kind of tagged it there. So we will draw that on because it's definitely not to be ignored, that's for sure. But ETH is testing that kind of yearly open point, isn't it? It's testing that the point of yearly open, which was obviously here. Here. So it's testing before that. It's testing the support from just before the yearly open. But ETH, very simple. Again, I think, I don't know what everyone else thinks. Let me know in the chat. But I think when you look on the daily and you zoom out, I think the structures on Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, and even when you move down towards other ones like BNB and stuff like that, other coins, I think the structures look so easy to trade. They look so easy to analyze and just so easy to trade. I mean, here on ETH, it's just so straightforward for me. If we break below here, we're then coming down towards testing this region on the daily, aren't we? Again, very straightforward. If we hold here, then we can look for a bounce back up towards 3,300. And that's it, because currently we're at support, so we want to watch for a hold or break of support. And then obviously from there, we either go down towards the next support level or look for a bounce back up towards resistance. But this is just all across the market. You look at them and all you have to do, pop a few boxes or lines on there and bang, you've just got where it's at. And then obviously the next point to look at up or down from there. And I think that's, this is just across across the whole market. I mean, if we go and look at, say, BNB, BNB gain very straightforward. Let me just get rid of these. It keeps drawing. Let's just get rid of these. Hang on. BNB very straightforward. This is SR. So come up to here, and then from that point, we're up or we reject. So there's your SR to watch out for a reclaim or a rejection. And then to the downside, we're currently testing what we can claim as support now. For now, anyway. Now this depends on obviously how you want to draw it. You can either take the WEEX, which you'd probably be looking somewhere around there, or you can go for the daily closes, which you can go around there. No real right or wrong answer, it just really depends on what you prefer. But again, something like this, and then you go to BNB, and then just as clear as day, bang, there's your support level. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times tested there. So then, if a test comes of support eventually, then you're looking for a hold to play to the upside, or you get a clean break below, then obviously we know price is going to the downside. It's just so straightforward at the moment because we're approaching, all but a couple days when Bitcoin broke to the upside for less than a handful of days. We're approaching kind of 3 months in this range now, aren't we? We're approaching kind of 3 months. If we look at Bitcoin, we was only above the Bitcoin range we was in that to start the day and then broke above. So that's like half a day. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then obviously on the 6th day we broke there. So it's like 5.5 days we was actually above the range for. So we're basically, oh no, it's not 3 months, is it? It's just over 2 months. Just over 2 months. Nearly 2.5 months in this range. I have some work to do before I can join you next time, though. Yeah, brilliant, Brandon. Yeah, thank you very much for joining, mate. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go watch the video on the channel as well. And catch you in the next stream, mate. Thank you for joining. So that was Brandon. What a legend. What a nice guy. Also got some more people jumped in. Please do make sure to drop a like on the stream. If you haven't yet, please do go and watch my latest video. I put it up just before the stream an hour ago, probably 2 hours ago now, actually. put a lot of effort into it and trying to make these videos as high quality as possible. So after the stream, if you do have a spare 6 minutes of your time, please do go and watch the video I put out today. I'm trying to watch the full video through if you can. If you can watch it from start to finish, or at least towards the end, 4 to 5 minutes long, I would really appreciate it. It will definitely help me out in terms of upping them YouTube watch time statistics, which should help me in the algorithm. But I'm trying to make these videos high quality and the best that I can. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you go and watch it. Drop a like on it, subscribe. Sorry, not subscribe. Comment. But Barros has put in there saying the video was great. Thank you, Dave. No, thank you, mate, for watching it. Did you watch it all the way through? If you are going to go watch it, please try and watch it all the way through, or at least towards kind of 4 to 5 minutes. It will help me out massively. And yeah, I'm just trying to make them videos fun, educational, and just really high quality for you guys. So if you do get spare 4, 5, 6 minutes after the stream, then yeah, please do go watch it. But yeah, Barros liked it. Thank you very much for watching, mate. Did you you watched it all? What a legend. What a legend. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. But yeah, obviously, just looking through the altcoins then, they're all in a very similar situation, particularly the big ones. If we go down towards the small ones, you're probably not going to find it so much. But something like Doge, right, let's start off a new chart, completely new. I just told you guys how easy it is to look at these structures. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Look at Doge. We haven't looked at Doge for a while. We've got daily support down here. We dropped out of it there, but that's a little deviation. It's got daily support down there. We have got resistance up here. So there is your major support level and your major resistance level. So they're the 2 points where you get max risk reward for shorting and longing, with obviously the invalidation that it breaks either. For instance, if you're longing now and then it breaks support, then obviously you've been invalidated, haven't you? But currently, obviously, we're at support down here, and here's your resistance level. Now, in between here, we have got areas where price will be attracted to, definitely areas for liquidity as well. But much like Bitcoin and ETH and Sol, just very easy. There, there's your two main levels. And then, we're looking for price action in and around that, particularly interacting with it or anywhere along the way. But yeah, that's, there's Doge. Let's have a look at something else. Let's get another one. These won't have much price action on them, will they, in terms of the longer term? What have we got? We've got Ton. Let's have a look at Ton. There you go. So Ton, I know that this is a high time frame. This is a high time frame region, because I remember drawing it. But here's your Ton levels. So, here's your Ton. Here's your Ton support. Let me get rid of that. Here's your Ton support level. I'm starting to acquire BitTensor. I don't really understand it, but seems everyone is goo over it. I have 5 and Tau is not supported by my Decent wallet. Yeah, I mean, well, Tau is it's an AI. It's an AI network. It actually had its halving event. So obviously, how like Bitcoin have halvings. It had its halving event, I think, in December, I think. Might have been November. I think it was December. But yeah, Tau, I mean, it's the biggest AI coin for sure. It's the biggest and obviously probably the best because it's the biggest AI coin, AI blockchain. So you would think, you would assume, over the next kind of, few years, that would only grow from strength to strength. But yeah, it's definitely a solid project, mate, for sure. I don't know where it's supported in terms of hardware wallets. You could probably find out by simply asking. Let me ask for you. I'll ask for you right now, mate. Never heard of BitTensor. It's just spelled different. So how Brandon spelt it is right, apart from it's an S instead of a C, I think. So several wallet support, BitTensor, yes, it's just it's or BitTensor, that's it there, but Tawia. Tangum wallet supports it. Trezor appears to list towers supported on their coins page with one network send/receive swap capabilities across all Trezor models. You've then got Talisman Nova wallet. I think I've heard of that. Never heard of Sub wallet. And there is actually a dedicated BitTensor wallet with top tier ledger integration. So there you go. Which is Crucible wallet. Never heard of it, but that's what Grok says anyway. So official BitTensor docs provide setup guides for Ledger. Oh, so there you go as well. So if you wanted to use it on Ledger, Brandon, Grok saying that it provides setup guides for Ledger, and Ledger's support site confirms Tau access via Talisman. Seems a bit more complicated than simply just sending it there, but yeah. Ledger as well. Oh, sorry, I missed that above there because it was above. So Ledger supports it. Yeah, fully supported. You can support using Ledger with software wallets. Like, so it's saying you have to use a software wallet with Ledger. I don't know how that works. I'll be honest, I don't know how that works. Anyway, back to the charts. Hey Delta, while you've just jumped in, the Delta fella, can you do me a favor, mate? Can you, after the stream, can you come and watch my latest video that I put up today? I'd appreciate it, Delta, if you could, mate. It's only 6 minutes as well, so please try and watch it full either way, or please try and watch at least 4 or 5 minutes. If you've got 4 or 5 minutes for myself, I hope you do, Delta. But yeah, I'm trying to really make them videos as high quality as possible. I'm really trying to put loads of effort into them, and yeah, just making them fun and engaging and high quality. Also really working on my thumbnails as well to try and make them as appealing and visual as possible. So yeah, please do, Delta, and anyone else that's jumped in. If you've just jumped in, please go and watch my video after the stream. Try and watch it all the way through, or to at least 4 to 5 minutes. Drop a like, drop a comment on it. Gonksy, mate, people keep jumping in. Gonksy, mate, after the stream, please go watch my video if you haven't, and try and watch it all the way through, or towards the latter stages, 4 to 5 minutes. It will really help me out if you can. And I am gonna, throwing them up twice a week. So, if you do see me throw a video up, whether you get it through as a notification, you've got the notification bell on, or if you see it posted in Discord, please do watch the video and try and watch it towards the end, or at least past like 3, 4, 5 minutes. It will help me out, and yeah, just it trying to catch the algorithm and trying to get into the YouTube algorithm. I've already watched it, mate. Oh, thank you, Gonksy. What a legend, mate. You're my favorite beach dumper. Out of all the beach dumpers in the world, you are without doubt my favorite. But yeah, so back to this. So yeah, we were looking at TON, weren't we? So we were looking at TON. Now, there is the SR on TON right there. And again, just 2 simple lines, one for support, one to resistance. And what then we can do is also then split that up and say, well, there is another point of SR as well. Just looking across there, you can see we had it resistance, 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 resistance. So that was 4 times being resistance. And again, may need to just drag that down a tiny bit to capture them wicks and them daily candles. There's 4 times being resistance. Then we actually flipped it to support. So there was your SR flip. But there again, just very simple analysis on TON there for, just trading between there and there. And then, of course, between here and here. So just, yeah, really simple analysis, really easy on TON there. Just TON trading. And, you can just split that up into 2 ranges. You can call that 2 ranges if you want, or you can just trade it level to level. But, you can pick any of these. Let's pick something else. Let's pick AVAX. I've already actually got the there you go. And as you can see, AVAX has been sticking to that resistance there. And then, same for AVAX. We've came in and we've tested this point of support here where we had it, support from the 20th of December all the way to the start of the new year, bang. And then, of course, we know if we break through that support zone, then the place that we are heading is obviously down towards here. So, again, just very simple analysis on AVAX there when you're looking at, these daily levels and daily ranges. Brandon says, smash the like button. Yes, please do smash the like button. Smash it, lick it, whatever you want to do, as long as you give it a big thumbs up on the stream. That's all that matters. Oh, so you guys have actually flipped down now on the... You flipped down now on the vote, haven't you? So 12 votes, 58% think down. So a lot of you guys are thinking bearish. I got a bit of a bearish vibe in the chat, haven't we, today? Got a bit of a bearish vibe in the chat. If you did miss it, gold, close, very, very close to $5,000 now. Just continues up, doesn't it? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, it just keeps going up and up and up. Silver. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Let's see. Silver. Have we got $100? No. Yeah? No. Did we get $100 on silver? No, just not yet. Maybe we could get $100 on silver on the stream. It's not that far away at all, is it? Let's put that notification bell on for there. I mean, yeah, just gold and silver just going absolutely berserk, aren't they? Absolutely berserk. It's insane what's going on. Especially, I mean, silver has done over like a 3x, hasn't it, in about 3 months. Insane. But yeah, historical. Absolutely historical. I need to set an alert on gold as well for 5,000. Bang. So, yeah. Wild. But I'm just going to go to the toilet. So don't go anywhere. I will be back in just a minute. And yeah, we'll get ready for US Open. Let me get it on. No, we don't want it on that, do we? Let's leave it on that. Well, actually, maybe leave it on the hourly. Yeah, because then we can see we've got our immediate areas of interest, haven't we? Right, I'm just going to go to the toilet and grab a drink. I'm going to go make a coffee. So don't go anywhere. Make sure you stick around. Obviously, we will be live all throughout US Open and see what reaction we're getting. So yeah, in the meantime, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you haven't watched the video, now's a perfect chance. Go and watch it all the way through. I will be back in a few minutes, so you've definitely got time to watch it all the way towards the end. Maybe open it up on a different device, or yeah, just watch it after stream. But don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a few short minutes. Right, I'm back. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm back. So, carry on the stream now. Brandon says, when does this stream usually air? So, I normally go live at 1:30 my time. So, whatever time it is for you now, mate. Basically an hour ago. Obviously, it's 20 past the hour. Recently, I've been going live at 1:30 UK time. So, an hour ago, and then add 10 minutes, 50 minutes ago. So, whatever time it is for you now, 50 minutes ago. Sometimes it's a bit earlier. Sometimes it's 1/4 past the hour. So, yeah. Normally in between that. I normally do around an hour and a half-ish. Now, normally do in and around an hour and a half. So, yeah. But sometimes I do at night time as well, which my night time will just be later on for you in the day. Like, for instance, next week, which obviously leads me on to one of the discussion points for today, and obviously one of the discussion points in the video I put out, which is the Fed meeting next week. So on Wednesday, we have the next Fed meeting. So I will be going live at night time for this. So it'll be later on in the day for you, mate. Yeah. But if you have a look at what time the decision comes out. So obviously for me, the decision comes out. Let me get it up. So next week, the decision comes out at 7 o'clock. I already know it's 7, but yeah. So that's Wednesday, 7. So if you go on, FX Street, or you just Google it and just say, what time is the Fed decision? Next week I'll be live just before that, and then live for the Fed decision, and then live for Powell's press conference and Q&A. But yeah, unless there's a Fed meeting on, or unless I've got Wiz on and we decide to do a nighttime stream, I'm normally live basically at this time. Just take an hour off now for whatever time zone you're in, and then I'll be there. Oi Savaloy, hello James, mate, how are we doing? Great to see you. Jeff says, I'm back, just smash the other video with a like and comment. Yes, mate. Did you watch it all the way through? Did you watch it all the way through? James, got a mission for you video that I put out today. It'd be massively appreciated if you could, and make sure you watch it all the way through as well, or at least to kind of like 4 or 5 minutes. If you haven't got 6 minutes to spare for me, which I'm sure you have, but please do try and watch at least like 3, 4, 5 minutes if you can. But yeah, go and watch it, James, if you've not, mate, after the stream. Be massively appreciated. Drop a like, drop a comment. Have you got any trades open at the min, mate? I've taken a few scalp, nothing much. So, no, to be honest, I haven't taken much so far this week. When Bitcoin was dropping on Tuesday, I thought I'll just leave it alone for a minute. Well, I'll watch it after this stream. Mate, what a legend. Make sure you watch it all the way through, please, as well. Or at least, yeah, to kind of like 3, 4, 5 minutes. What I am interested in, though, Gonksy, now that we've had kind of like... Because this was the volatile part, wasn't it? So this was the volatile part. If you wasn't short here, if you wasn't short for this, and you were trying to long it, obviously each time you tried to long, you just got blown out the water, didn't you? So, say you try and long there, you get blown out, try and long there, you get blown out, there, bang, until eventually, even there, you eventually got blown out there if you didn't set your stop loss to break even or take some profits on this move. So, but now that we've got that, that settlement on Bitcoin, now we can start to say, right, okay, we've got a low time frame range here. Let's look at points of interest, which for me, going into the weekend, to the upside and to the downside, them two are my levels. So this to the upside and this to the upside, looking at liquidity sweeps. So a sweep and then a potential reversal. And then same to the downside, sweep this and then reverse to the upside. Or, if we've got a strong sell-off, sweep the low and then look for a bounce up. That's what I'd be looking at low time frame, because obviously, this would be low time frame, wouldn't it? In the grand scheme of things, we want some interaction. Let me go on the daily. We want some interaction with the range high or the range low. There's your max, that's your max risk reward there. They're the points of, for instance, to short with invalidation of obviously a breakout, to long with the invalidation of a breakdown, And then, of course, looking for the breakdown or the breakout, to long the breakout or to short the breakdown. So they're like the max risk reward points on, on the current formation of Bitcoin's price action. But in terms of low time frame, definitely looking out for, some upcoming liquidity sweeps potentially. Now, Bitcoin's not really far away from any of these, so we might not even get them as options going into the weekend. For instance, if Bitcoin carries on here, it may even come up and sweep this today. So then obviously over the weekend, then we're either looking at a potential sweep of this and then reversal, or just full rally towards another test of resistance. But yeah, so that's what I'm looking for, mate. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, alternative to that, you can obviously go whichever direction you want as long as you've got good risk management, can't you? You don't need to. You don't really need to wait for anything specific as long as you got good risk management. Then, yeah, you're all good. Pele, how we doing, mate? We will see some volume today or just more sideways. We're starting to see volume, aren't we? We're starting to see some volume. So, it's only a good thing. That is only a good thing. So, yeah. Is there a CME gap around 93k? Let's have a look. Do you know what? There actually is the smallest. Yeah, there actually is. If you have a look at it there. Yeah. It's tiny as well. It came back up to fill some of it, but there actually still is a small gap. There actually is a small gap there. So you are correct, mate, yeah. Which would actually, that would basically drive us back in towards the range high, wouldn't it? What is risk management? Just lump it in and cross your fingers, job done. That came from James, not me. I just want to make everyone aware of that. That was definitely not financial advice. That was James's comment I was reading out there. Just want to make that clear. Codin says, did you see the CZ comment on Bloomberg about his cheeks? No. What? No, I didn't. What did he say? Or what was it, Codin? About his cheeks. 3k down and we break the structure. No, I wouldn't say so. I think, what are you looking at? Are you looking at these higher lows, I'm guessing, Pellin? Are you looking at kind of like this? I'll be honest, I'm more just focused on the range. I'm just more focused on the range here. More focused on just the horizontal rather than looking at, sweeping lows or whatever. No, I'm just more focused on the range. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't bother me whatsoever if Bitcoin breaks below this or whatever, because I think for something like this, what we could have, you could easily get a sweep of these and close back inside the range. So personally, I'm not bothered about the structure. I'm just not really interested in it at all. All I'm focused on is if we get a test of horizontal support and what happens from there. And if it comes down and sweeps this low, or both comes down and sweeps this, maybe even that, could just get a liquidation like that, couldn't we? And up. Yeah, I'm not bothered. More just interested to see, obviously, if it holds this on the daily. If it does, all good. Get the magnet out, mate. Yeah. Well, I don't think that will ever be recreated. I don't think that will be anything recreated. I don't think we'll ever see the magnet work as well as it did that day. That day was legendary. Oh, we're open. I still don't have the bell. Do you know what? I brought more of my equipment as well because it's taking longer than expected for me to get into like my actual setup. But I've got a much better setup at the moment. You probably see that the lighting's better on me and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of setting up camp here for the meantime. I'm hoping to be in my actual setup ASAP. But production's upping, guys. Production is upping. Got a new light, which you can see on me now, which you'll see as well. You know, in this video here, you'll see that the lighting is well better on me. Like just obviously the lighting on me in terms of how it's coming across to the camera is much, much better on me than you know, in previous streams and previous videos. So the production's already been upped on this video. Let me tell you, that's another reason to come and watch it. By the way, we've had some people join, so please do drop a like on the channel, on the stream, sorry. Subscribe if you're new. And if you haven't yet, please do come and watch my video after the stream. I put it up today 2 hours ago. So make sure you come watch it, drop a like on it, drop a comment, tell me what you thought of the video. But please do try and watch all of the video, or, you know, towards the later stages, try and watch, you know, at least 3, 4, 5 minutes if you're not going to watch the full video. Would really appreciate it because it helped me up the retention time in my YouTube statistics. So yeah, try and watch the full video. But if not, you know, just 4 or 5 minutes of your time, it'd be really, really appreciated. Drop a comment on it. Let me know who's been watching it and what you thought. But yeah, so the lighting's a lot better on me now. And let me tell you, got the green screen delivered today. So green screen got delivered today. So next week I'll have a green screen behind me, obviously, which you won't be able to see. But as you can see, you know, like kind of how sometimes, like, see there, like my hand will disappear. You see that? So my arm will disappear there like that. That's because I'm using the background filter on StreamYard, where once I get my green screen up, obviously you'll just be able to see me all the time. There'll be no like kind of my arms fading in and out and stuff like that. And I will be going directly streaming on OBS instead of StreamYard. Where did you move to? So I bought a house renovation. So currently that's it's gone pretty fast. Doing all the work on it fast. Got the keys in middle of December, and the house got ripped apart. Everything literally got ripped apart in it. All the ceilings came out. Everything. So it's being put back together now. But I've had a rewire done on it. Now, the electrician can't obviously turn the electricity on in there until the plasterer catches up, and the painter, really, which should be within kind of the next 2 weeks, where the plasterer will be done and then the painter will come and have all the painting done. Then the electrician can turn the electricity back on, so then I can get power again. So obviously then my internet can come on in there. I can have lights in there, and I can have somewhere to plug in all my electrical stuff to stream. So it'll all just kind of tie into one. But yeah, the renovation's coming on really, really good. You know, once plaster is done, and then, you know, can get the kitchen in, bathroom in, everything else. Hoping to be in there by end of February. So yeah, but that's why I'm in a different setup. And kind of, I was just kind of trying to bide my time, but I just thought, right, I'll just set it up all properly now. But I'm up in the production at the same time because, yeah, the you know, new light on me, which I think looks well better. You can definitely see it in the video. You can see it clear as day. The lighting is so much better on me than in other videos. Wiz has got his lighting nailed. Yeah, Wiz's lighting, like how he's got his background, and obviously the lighting on him looks really good. He's got his production nailed now. Wiz, like, is set up from, you know, the camera to the background to the lighting, and also his production. If you didn't watch his video yesterday, make sure you go watch it. Crypto Saving Expert, for obviously anyone that doesn't know, on YouTube, just type it in. Really good video on copper, really, really good. So yeah, do go watch that. What's happening with Bitcoin anyway? Because we got US Open. Oh, we're dropping. Oh, nasty drop on Open. So down actually won the poll. Yeah, it was 53%, so only narrowly won. But we are dropping like a stone on Open. That is a big drop. So now we're heading towards our down. We was heading towards the upside level of interest. Now we're heading towards the downside level of interest. Let's see. So you guys, someone was saying that I think it was James, wasn't it? Or oh no, it was you, Jeff, weren't it? Saying that you'd gone and watched the I Love the Drop. As you know what happens after the first 15 minutes. Yeah. To be honest, mate, I haven't really been paying attention to that. Do we still get that US Open reversal? I'm sat here every day, like thinking it, aren't I? And I just don't know anymore. Yes, Jeff. Jeff went and dropped a comment on my video. Thank you, Jeff. What a legend. Engagement. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Thank you, Jeff. What a legend. 30 viewers in 2 hours is not bad as well. So, always, I reckon it's like 80% post-open reversal. Yeah, so it's good to see some volatility anyway, isn't it? You know, it's good to see some volatility. Good morning from the Rockies. What's that, John? What's the Rockies? Welcome, John. Love John. Welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome to the stream. John. After stream, mate. Please do come and watch my latest video if you've not. It went up 2 hours ago. Please do come watch the latest video if you've not. And please do try and watch all of it or most of the way through. At least like kind of 4 or 5 minutes. If you can spare 4, 5, 6 minutes for myself, John, you know I love you. Yeah, please do come and watch the video. Drop a like on it. Drop a comment. Let me know if you like the video. Or, you know, just main thing is please try and watch like 4 or 5 minutes if you can, if not all the way through. Because I'm trying to work on the YouTube retention to try and get better in the algorithm. So, yeah, please. And anyone else watching, you know, anyone else that's just tuned in after the stream, please do come watch the video. It'd really help me out. John is from the USA with that comment. John, put us out our misery, mate. Where are you from? I don't know if you've actually ever told John. Oh, Bitcoin's hunting to the downside. It's already approaching that first level of liquidity that we was looking at. US. Whereabouts? So where is the Rockies? Where's the Rockies in the US? We've got, you know what? A good amount of the people in the chat now are from the US, aren't we? We've got Jeff, who is from, where was you from, Jeff? Minnesota, yeah. We've got Brandon, who I don't think is with us anymore, unless he's hiding in the background. He is from Tennessee. We've got John, and then obviously we've got Steve-O, who doesn't live in the US anymore, but obviously is an American living in the UK. Steve-O isn't here at the moment, but yeah, we've got quite the split in terms of kind of like UK/USA viewers, haven't we? Which is good. Hell no, we don't claim Minnesota. I'm from Missouri. Sorry. Do you know what that is? It's because I've been following all this Minnesota stuff so closely, Jeff. I was watching Nick Shirley's testimony in Congress before about, obviously, you know, the video that he done exposing it all. So just kind of like the word Minnesota is just in my brain. Sorry, mate. I don't mean to offend if I've just attached you to all that. Missouri. Is that in the deep south? Is that in the deep south? I know Tennessee's southern, innit? I need to get a map of. Hang on, I need to get a map of the USA up. Wait there. Hang on. Right, let me reshare my screen. Let's see. Reversal from 88,500, I reckon, up to 92k, then dump. Oh, James. James is looking to play the yo-yo route. I'm from Florida, but on vacation in Colorado. I'm smack in the middle. We call it the Midwest. Right, let's see. I need it bigger. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Hang on. I need it bigger. I need to see it bigger. Hang on. I want to add. I want to have a look. Let's see. Where is? There we go. US map with state names. Go away. Come on. Right, that's not going away. Right, let me get rid of that. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Let's see if we can do it. I used to live in Nevada, Arizona, and Texas in my past life. Says James. So basically, he's just talking out his ass. So you are Missouri. So you're there, aren't you? So you're right there, Jeff. Then we have our good friend Brandon, who is in Tennessee. So there. Then we've got John, who's from Florida, but he's on vacation in Colorado. Colorado is one of them places where I really want to go. Like, I really want to go to Colorado. Where is it? Let's see. Where is Colorado? Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Colorado there. Yeah, I really want to go to Colorado. It's one of them places in the US where I really want to go to. It just looks awesome. It just looks awesome. If I was to move to the US, where would I move to? And I'll be honest, I'm not like very savvy with exactly what are kind of like the best US states and, you know, kind of where the best place to live in the US will be. But Colorado, like James says, Colorado is beautiful. It always, like, everything I've seen on it, you know, when it's like just come up on like videos and stuff like that, it does look amazing. Obviously, Texas is a big one, innit? I see a lot of people on TikTok moving from the UK to Texas. Seems like a real hotspot at the moment for people wanting to move there. I bet it's getting quite busy in some, like, Austin and... What's the other one? There's Austin. What's the other one in Texas? Oh, that other major city. I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. Austin, and there's another one, isn't there? Another major city in Texas. Oh, I can't remember. I'd move to Vegas, mate. You'd only be there for about a month, and then you'd be on the street too. Houston, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Houston, yeah. Dallas as well. Dallas, yeah. Dallas, Houston, Austin, yeah. Dallas. I think Dallas was probably the one that I was thinking of, Jeff, yeah. But yeah, Houston, Austin. What about you, Jeff? Jeff, if you had to relocate, and I suppose this extends to any other of my American friends in the chat, so John, and if we still do have Brandon here or not, if you had to move to a different US state, which one would you move to? So if you had to move now, so obviously... New Mexico. I can't look at New Mexico without just thinking of Breaking Bad. Like, good idea. New Jolly Slotch branch in Vegas. Yeah, right. Yeah, just get yourself on the strip. Yeah, I can't look at New Mexico without thinking of Breaking Bad, so I couldn't go there. Arizona. That's Phoenix, isn't it? Phoenix, Arizona. Probably pretty good, I imagine. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know which one I would move to. I do not know. But I'd like to know your guys' views, because obviously you guys know a lot about your own country, don't you? So, I bet it's nice up here. Because I remember watching a show that was filmed in Montana. And it was like, because it's obviously going into Canada and stuff, and it's like very like mountains, and obviously different to the mountains that you probably get round about here, where it's like, you know, very hot and like deserty kind of things. Montana, I'd like it's like obviously a lot more greenery and stuff in it, but I'd probably want to go somewhere where it's hot, So probably somewhere in and around here. Maybe just Colorado, yeah. I don't know. But I always find it interesting. I always find it fascinating. The US is a fascinating place. How much was the new gold card like? The gold card, I think they're selling them for like 2.5 million, aren't they? I think they're selling the gold card for like $2.5 million. I think, could be wrong. I'm sure it's something like that. It's definitely in the millions, I think. When we had the Mexican beer flu, all our politicians shut down the country, but got caught vacationing in Florida without a mask, going against what they impose on their people. Yeah, I mean, well, that was the same. That was the same over here, Jeff. That was the same over here. You know, there was it come out afterwards. You know, like while obviously everything was shut down and stuff like that. You know, there was like government parties going on and stuff like that. And there was one. Remember seeing the video for it? There was like hundreds of them. And obviously like them just doing like, you know, like garden parties and meetups and stuff like that. It's crazy. But it's always the case, in it. It's you know, you're always going to get that kind of difference, you know, between the people that set the rules and the people that have to follow the rules. But yeah, Bitcoin is hammering to the downside now. We are hammering to the downside. A bloody day for alts as well. Look at Sol. So Sol's actually really coming down towards the bottom of that support region now. ETH as well, really motoring to the downside. So a bloody day for alts again, by the looks of it, and for Bitcoin as well. You know, Bitcoin down a percentage. But yeah, we're really hammering to the downside. Now we're approaching our first level of interest, which is 88.5, which I think actually James just stole directly off me, to be honest. I think James just stole that directly off me. Jeff's got to run. But yeah, thank you, mate. Thanks for watching, mate. Jeff, appreciate you, mate. Have a great day, and I'll catch you soon, mate. Have a great weekend too. Big love to my Jeff out in Missouri, not Minnesota. Your video is good, bud. Oh, thanks, James. Thank you, mate. Did you watch it all the way through? Please tell me that you watched it all the way through. Oh, who was that guy who was running like a whole company off of Bitcoin? I forgot his name. Who? Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor. Still watching? Yes, James. Bang. Love that, mate. Thank you very much. What a legend. Oh, do you know what? You guys, honestly, just such legends. Such legends. There's been another comment. Who's that from? Oh, no, that was from Jeff. Oh, no, James there. Let's go. Stonksy, fab video. No change on rate for sure. Anything to wind up Trump. Oh, yeah. I think probably now they're just going to push back on basically what they think will wind him up the most, innit? It's like real hostile between Trump and the Fed now. Real hostile. Yes, Michael Saylor. What percentage of the Bitcoin supply does he own now? He owns like 3%. Yeah. They're approaching 700,000 Bitcoin. They're not too far off from 700,000, unless they broke 700,000 on that buy the other day. Either way, it's in and around 700,000, which is just over 3%. Obviously, got 21 million. It depends if you want to go from the actual supply, you know, the max supply or the circulating supply. If you went from the circulating supply, it'd be around 3.5% off the top of my head. But then also, see, this is the rabbit hole, ICT. You've got the max supply of 21 million, which obviously only comes to that in like another 80 years, 90 years. Then you've got the current circulating supply. But then also you have got the actual kind of liquid circulating supply, which you take away the portion of which Bitcoin has remained dormant for, say, like 10 plus years, which can assume to be lost. So a lot of Bitcoin is actually lost. There's millions of coins which are deemed lost. Now, you do obviously have some of these coming back into circulation when you see, you know, them posts from like Whale Alert and stuff like that. of a Bitcoin address becoming active again after like 10, 12, 13 years of dormancy. So obviously that shrinks the idea of the amount of lost Bitcoin a little bit. But let me ask, I'm sure it's around 4 million. It's around 4 million. So then obviously if you take out the lost Bitcoin, then it increases it even more. The estimated amount that Bitcoin is permanently lost is around, so 3 to 4 million. So this represents 15 to 20% of Bitcoin's total maximum supply, or a significant portion of the 19.8 million Bitcoin that has currently been mined. Yes, hundreds of Bitcoin forgotten on average of $2.17. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? That's it. It's people that just kind of bought loads and then just either threw the laptop away or forgot how to get into the wallet, forgot the password and stuff to get into it. So if you actually take off, let's just take the lower end of it. Let's say it's 3 million Bitcoin. I know of 0.68 Bitcoin that will never be moved. Oh, mate, Gonksy, did you lose that? What's the story behind that, Gonksy? I didn't know that. You've never told me that before. What's the story behind the 0.68 Bitcoin that will never be moved? When did you lose that and how? But yeah, so let's take the lower end of it, 3 million, because then that gives, a couple 100,000 of Bitcoin, which is a serious lot of money, or potentially up towards another million Bitcoin that could become active again over the next couple of years, or 5 to 10 years, whatever. So you take 3 million Bitcoin. So you take that off the current circulating supply of 19.8, which takes it down to 16.8. Then Saylor actually owns close to 5%-ish, around about 5%, just under, probably 4.5% of the circulating supply. So he does own a lot. Lost the keys in 2018. Oh, mate. Do you ever just sit there and just think about how much money that is? Sorry. Oh. Mate, that is wounding. That is absolutely wounding. It was only worth about $200 back then. Oh, mate. It would have been worth more than that. 2018. Even at the depths of the bear market in 2018, that still probably would have been worth like £1,000. Unless you're going into dollars, which would have been worth about... I think Bitcoin went down to 3K, didn't it? Ish. $3,000-ish. $3,500. So obviously, you convert that to pounds, probably still would have been about a grand, just over $1,000, maybe even towards $1,500, maybe even a bit more. I try my best not to think about it. Mate, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Did you take more Bitcoin with you though? Like you lost the keys to that in 2018, but did you carry on more through 2018 towards like now, or last year or the year before or the last cycle or whatever? I didn't know that you'd been around that long, Gong. So you're like an OG veteran, really, now. I mean, people from 2017, 2018 cycles are kind of like OGs now. Approaching like 10 years in the space, which is a long time, isn't it? You're basically like an OG now, Gongsy. So yeah, but let's see what Bitcoin's doing. So we're getting some absorption here. We can see we had some absorption on the last 15-minute candle. We got the same on this one. So are we going to go back to the upside now? But yeah, that's all for today's stream. Thank you very much for watching. Please do go and drop a watch on my video here, posted today. Really good video, 6 minutes, so not long at all. I put loads of effort into it. I've upped the production. Yeah, you can see, I've upped the production on the lighting. You can see the lighting's better at the moment, and definitely in the video. We're coming up with the green screen next week as well. So, really working on the production and these videos. I'm putting a lot of efforts into them, really making them as high quality, educational, informative, exciting to watch as I can. So please do go watch it. If you do get a chance to watch it, please try and watch the full length of the video, or at least kind of like 3, 4, 5 minutes. Drop a like on it, a comment, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your Friday. Hope you have a great weekend, and I'll catch you on Monday for Monday's stream. Thank you. I appreciate everyone, and I'll see you in the Discord. Bye for now.